This is Greg with Rinse and Run Car Wash. I thought I'd show you some of the signage that I did for my Autec. You know, it's a different machine because you have pre-soak arches and post arches, and it's not something people are used to. It's not a tunnel where it pulls your tire through, and it's not a traditional in-bay where you just pull in and park. So I had to do some custom signage, and I'll show you kind of what I chose on mine. Let's walk through it. So you can kind of see how I have my setup here. Our packages, you know, we've got a big tunnel across the street, so I try to do a $5 wash. That's not in the pumps at Murphy's. It is just what we offer. I will tell you, my average wash is $11. So nearly everybody, they come in, some of them come in for the 5, but everybody tends to get the 10 to 14 and it averages out. I do advertise our app. That's our LPR camera, which is kind of cool. We actually have people every day, multiple people sign up for membership programs. It scans their license plate. I'll do another video on that sometimes. But you know, we have our awning and our Washify kiosk. I do have a little disclaimer sign there. But so the signage I use is wait and enter. That's the first one. I keep it real simple so that you don't get confused. Enter on green, wait tells you to wait for the next car. Also, my Washify kiosk will tell you to wait for the next car when you go in. In the bay, I also changed my header to, you can see up here, I chose, instead of just putting my name, I did enter slowly, which is a big deal because the undercarriage. And my other location actually has a pre-soak arch, which I took off because that seemed to freak some people out when I'm squirting them while they're driving. So I don't have that here. I do have to enter that in other places. And then it says stop at X. I try to keep the instructions simple. People don't read, but at least I try to remind them in multiple ways. The other thing is, once they pull in the bay, they kind of start to freak out a little bit. They don't know what to do. So I actually have 2 signs, and it helps because you're gonna see one of them. I also have a mirror so you can see where you are on the treadle. Some people just wanna see. These are my arches. I have the drying agent and the wax comes out of this arch. I have a light, so at night it looks really cool. And then I have a rain bar that does the ceramic. And then I have my spot free. But here's what I have on my signs. I have a drive forward, which is pretty simple because what happens is people will miss that treadle. They'll pull in and they won't hit the treadle itself. They'll stop right there. They'll stop over here because they'll hear the undercarriage and they'll think it's washing and it's not. So I make sure that when they hit this, it buzzes. And when it buzzes, that turns to stop. And then I choose wipers off. The reason I have that on there is frankly because my other location, you had to have your wipers on when you came in because of the pre-soak arch. I don't have that here. I just had the signs already printed, so I left it. But it could just say stop, but everything else is 2 lines, so I just left it. But I definitely want to make sure their wipers are off, so it didn't hurt, right? And then please back up is a big thing because what happens is when they overshoot this treadle and they hit this, it will then tell them they need to back up. And so it guides them right in. Last thing is exit slowly, wipers on. Exit slowly is a pretty big deal because if you go too fast through here, you're gonna miss out on all the extra goodies. And then you also wanna have a little extra rinse. And then wipers on, obviously, so you can see. There's my tire shiner and then my dryers.